Hello and welcome. I'm Jean with Captain Stitches, and it is time for my week in review. So come on into the Stitching Cottage with me and let's see what we have managed to get done this week. You know, I really don't know what I've been doing all week because it really doesn't seem like I have gotten much accomplished at all. Even though I know I've been out here many hours and I've been busy during those hours. Maybe the pink squirrels ran off with some of the projects. I don't know. But let's see what I do have with me here to show you on what I know that I did get accomplished this week. And first of all, let's show this to get it out of the way. I did do a quick demo during my one live on how to make the Scrappy Pinwheel quilt, and it is now completed. Try and raise that up so you can see the entire quilt, and it is basted and ready to be quilted on my domestic sewing machine is how I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to do a quick diagonal straight stitch all the way through it to get it done quickly. And of course that quilt is one of the ones for charity. So I did complete that this week, and I also shared with you our quilt block for our block of the month for 2024. That is through my YouTube channel and also through my Facebook group, Captain Stitches and Friends. Of course, you can always find the link for that in the description box below. But the block for January is the one that I showed how to construct that block, and it is the Bountiful Blessings. And this is the block. I just have some of the embroidery stitching to do on those applique squares, and then it will be ready to set aside to go in the quilt at the end of the year with all the other blocks. So that is completed. Love how that turned out. I think that is a beautiful block, and you can find the information for that also in the Facebook group. It is a free pattern by freepatterns.com. The designer is Vicki McCarthy of Calico Patch or Calico Quilt. It's in the description box. I'm sorry that I messed up on that name. But then I also got cut out and prepared and ready to do a demo on February's block, which you can't really tell what it is by this, but hey, kind of a little sneak preview. Those are the fabrics and all the pieces cut and ready to go for a demo. That block is called Sweetheart, if that gives you any idea there. But it is cut ready to make a demo on how to construct that block. Oops, not going to set that there. It might tip, and I don't want all those pieces to fall. That would be a true disaster. So those are the things that I actually was piecing on and working on and got done this week. There was a lot of work, I have to admit, that has been going on in preparation and planning for my first annual Quilt for Charity Marathon that will be taking place on Sunday the 25th of February. That's coming up real soon, and it will be right here on my YouTube channel live via Zoom, so that others will be able to join me on the panel and be quilting along on Quilts for Charity during that marathon time of 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And more information for that can also be found in the links below that will be in the description box. So if you are interested, please check out that information. If you want to join me live on that Zoom and be stitching a quilt for charity during that marathon, please contact me through the contact information that you will also find in the description box, and I'll make sure to get you registered and part of that panel. And if you are watching this, please, and you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you get notifications when I go live and when I upload videos. That would be awesome. Would love to have you as a subscriber to my channel. I'm pushing that 1,000 membership mark. And next is always mail call. What did I get this week? Other than a few more charm packs that I've been ordering to have on hand for making quilts for charity. I had my Zoom pop up for those that are members of my channel, which are called the Stitching Friends. And Susan from Sewing Sensations with Shady Susan was showing us her new cordless iron. And I thought it looked like a pretty good deal, and I've been wanting to try one out, and this is not an expensive one, so I thought, yeah, why not give it a try? So I did order that, and it is, I will open that up so you can see, it is the Steam Fast cordless iron. There you see it. And it is very lightweight, very compact, great carrying case that just snaps right back on there. Lift and put wherever you want. But I have been using it the last couple days, and I have to admit that I really like this iron. The first, few uses with it takes a little bit of adjusting and getting used to, because it's not, of course, like your iron that has a cord that while you're adjusting everything, you're kind of hanging on to that iron, and waiting, because these do need to be in their base to get hot. So you do have to get used to setting it down instead of holding it up or whatever while you're, getting ready to press your other items and such. But it doesn't take long at all to adjust to that. It's just like learning to ride a bike, learning to use your rotary cutter, anything else. It soon becomes just that automatic memory, and you do it and they work great. So really, really very pleased with that cordless iron. Sorry, I got a distraction by one of those pink squirrels out there running by. I need to stay out of the cottage so I get more done. But yeah, like I said, I think they took off with some of the work that must have been completed this week, because I just couldn't seem to find it. But there was one little quick tip that I also wanted to share with you today in my week in review, because I was cutting the batting for the Scrappy Pinwheel quilt, and you always have, little pieces that you kind of are tempted to just quickly throw into the trash, which this, was a wider, and then it went down to narrower, as trimming it for the quilt. So I cut off this piece that was pretty much the same, because I want to show you one of the things that I use these for, and I think you will probably be able to see over to the side here what I basically do with it. But I take my fabric glue and I start off by putting just a little strip of glue, doesn't take much, right there at the beginning, and then I roll that over, and I just continue to keep rolling this strip up. And we can go a little faster, trying to keep it as even as you can. It doesn't really matter. But just roll that totally up. And when you get to the other end, I'm going to go ahead and add that now. You're just going to add another little strip of your fabric glue right across the end there. That one you might want to put a little bit more than your beginning one. And you're going to roll this right up all the way to that end, and you're going to press and just hold that glue for a little bit. It dries very quickly. But you're probably wondering, okay, now what are you going to do with that? Well, this makes a great little portable pincushion. If you know me, I like to have them with almost every project that I do, so this makes an awesome, quick, totally free, you might as well say, pin cushion. And if you have several of these, you can take and you can actually attach them around and make a bigger round shaped pin cushion out of them. So, and it can be varying. They don't all have to be the same size strip. Just connect them together with glue, and then you have a really awesome pin cushion. And if you do, put the top on that glue real quick, but if you do several of them that way and they're different, you can make sure that you keep your needles for one type of project in one, put a different kind of needle for other types of stitching in the others, and that is a great way to organize also and know which needles are which. So great little tip that I threw in there just because I happen to have that piece left and was going to go ahead and do that so I would have another one of these awesome free. Don't throw anything away. There's always a use for it. So thank you, everyone. I hope that once again I have inspired just one of you to get something done in your sewing room this week. Pull out one of those projects, which that's another thing I was going to mention. I have so many projects right now that are in different stages of completion. And I'm having to work on many of them, you know, almost at the same time. So I am going to try this coming week to start concentrating on working on one project. Of course, there are some I have to do in stages because they are quilt-alongs, sew-alongs, that type of thing, and can't finish it all. But the ones that aren't, I need to really concentrate on completing and getting those done because I am literally running out of space in my Stitching Cottage. And as much as I would love to add an addition, that is not going to happen. Well, not in the near future anyhow, let's say. But so this week I am going to concentrate on working on completing more of those smaller projects that are sitting around just waiting and really wanting to be completed. So we'll keep the pink squirrels away from them, or if they're going to be by them, let those squirrels bring them to me instead of away from me. Instead of being in chaos, let them help me organize and complete those projects. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a great end of your weekend and have an awesome week ahead. And I will see you again very soon. So take care, everyone. And remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.